everybody. Today we are going to be talking about crested gecko care. What are you going to have to do to take care of your crested gecko? They're one of the beginning reptiles, so it's pretty easy to take care of them. So, the first thing you're going to do is actually feed them because every animal needs food, obviously. And so, for an adult crested gecko, you are going to be feeding them um, 2 to 3 times a day with Pangea if you don't want to feed them bugs or fruit, which I don't really want to because I don't like bugs. It's not highlighting, so we're going to just do that. If you're like me, you don't really like bugs, you're fine with feeding it, but you just don't want to. Pangea is completely full diet for your crested gecko, and it works completely. And you just take the powder, mix it up with water, and you're good to go. You give it to your reptile. But if you're feeding a baby crested gecko, then 4 to 5 times a week. They needed to be fed more frequently with Pangea as well. And for the cleaning, you need to do a daily spot clean in your enclosure, and reptile-safe things like lemon juice, baking soda, and more. And when you're going to change the substrate, it's going to be 6 to 10 weeks. Bedding or substrate, whatever you want to call it. And you need to clean the dish daily because same as a dog or a cat, you don't want scuzzy grossness getting all up in your or dirt in your crested gecko's enclosure or the water bowl, because if your crested gecko drinks dirt, then that won't be the best thing. We want our crested gecko to be as happy and healthy as we can get it. And and also a lot of people think that crested geckos cannot drink standing water. They can. They can also drink off the leaves and the sides, but they can drink standing water. It's possible. And the water just helps keep the humidity up. Oh, another important thing, you need humidity in your crested gecko's enclosure because they're from like rainforest environments kind of. So yeah, clean the water dish daily. Spray down the enclosure 2 or more times a day. Or you can get a fogger, I guess, if you want to. All of this keeps the humidity up, and yeah, and also you want to. What else? Let's think. What else does a crested gecko need? Not much else. They're beginning reptiles. So, yeah, that's about it with the crested gecko care. That's a short video. They're so easy to take care of. I completely recommend these crested geckos. So to keep the watermarks off of the enclosure, you want to wipe it down. You want to wipe down the sides of the glass pretty often because if you don't like the ugly watermarks, then wipe it off. You're going to do it pretty often, so that's something some of you might want to know too. So, watermark wipe, I don't know. You just wipe it down. And this is for non-bioactive enclosures. So basically, if you do not want to, so bioactive enclosures, you have live plants, isopods, springtails, and yes, it has, and the springtails and the isopods clean the substrate for you. It cleans the enclosure itself, and you don't have to clean it at all. It's just there, and all you have to do is feed it, give it clean water, and maybe wipe down the watermarks and spray down the enclosure. So the cleaning is off the list, but if you do not like the bugs, then this is what you would do basically. Look it up online if you want it more in details, or look up more YouTube videos. Just giving the gist. Or this is pretty detailed too. But this is about it when you're taking care of a crested gecko. They like places to hide. You need to know you need hides. Babies, don't do the substrate when they're babies, just put down a paper towel. They're super easy to clean. You just take the paper towel off, and when they're a couple months old, you can put down a substrate in their enclosure. And yeah, that's all you need to know, really. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys get a crested gecko because they're pretty easy to take care of. And oh, also males cannot live together. They are usually very territorial. You can get a single male if you want to, and if you're breeding a male and a female, you just gotta make sure no bullying's happening. And same thing with keeping females together. Females get along, but you still want to make sure there's no bullying. And also, crested geckos drop their tails, and it's completely fine. Nothing happens. They just drop it, and you don't have to worry about it. It's normal. If they get scared, they drop it. If they hear a sound, they drop it. Anything that scares them, they just drop it. If the little bit of pressure goes on their tails, this they they can drop it, but this does not mean you can't touch their tails. I've seen a video where a guy legit picked up the crested gecko by its tail, and it did not, well, not picked up, but held it and then like hold it from its tail, and they like don't care. They're just like, oh wee, and nothing happens. Only if the thing is scared, or like if it feels like you're threatening them, or you're grabbing onto its tail too hard, it's gonna drop its tail. And that's just about all you need to know about crested geckos. And a video is going to be coming out soon of me going to look at reptiles in a reptile store, so keep an eye out for that video. And I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe. Bye!